lag with Eastern IDS, a dedicated business-grade internet tailor-fit with high speeds and zero lag. With a company-owned bandwidth, you can have a strong and private connection that can give your business that much needed boost.
That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Or to handle your processing, storage, and networking needs with
And welcome back to the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup live from the Amoranto Sports Complex. My name is Martin Daez, and you are tuning in to the fourth matchup of our quadruple header between the Letran Squires and the Eac Brigadiers. It's gonna be an exciting matchup between these two powerhouse teams. The Letran Squires coming off a tough loss against the San Beda Red Cubs. In that game, Daniel Padilla leading the way with 16 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. On the other hand, we have the Eac Brigadiers coming off a big win against the LPU Junior Pirates. Ian Quahao leading the way with 22 points and 3 steals. So both teams looking to gain a little bit more momentum here in the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is the fourth game of our quadruple header. And now I'm going to turn it over to our venue announcer for the starting 5.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here on the AMORANTO Sports Complex, Kansas City. We are live with our official Facebook page and YouTube channel, Pinoyliga, featuring the battle between your Letran Squires versus your Eac Brigadiers. This is your Pinoyliga Juniors Cup, brought to you by Pinoyliga.com. Now let's welcome the starters for your Letran Squires. Starting guard number 2, Timothy Cruz. Another guard number 9, Daniel Padilla. Starting guard number 4,
So the starting 5 for both teams here, we got Cruz, Padilla manning the guard positions for the Letran Squires. At center we have Hugo, and then for the forwards we have Reyes and Baguio. Now for the Eac Brigadiers, at the guards we have Iraham and Castillo. Center position we got Luna, and for the forwards we got Campana and Coronel. Now we're getting all set for the tip-off here. Should be an exciting matchup as Eac controls the ball. And players to watch out here for both teams. Obviously, on the Eac side, we have Quahao and Castillo, two of the main players here for EAC. Seems like Quajo's not suited up here, but for the Squires, on the other hand, we're gonna have Daniel Padilla, who led the way in their previous game. Now here comes Campania. Campania getting hounded by Padilla. Great pressure being shown. It's gonna be a backcourt violation. Ganda ng pressure na pinakita ni Daniel Padilla on that play. So it's gonna be Letran Squire basketball here. So ito po, sideline inbound para kay Daniel Padilla. Over to Baguio. Now Hugo with a jump shot. And Basi Reyes getting that putback here. Here comes Castillo. Over to Iraham. Iraham crossing the timeline. Now a three. That's no good. And a putback there from Luna. There's going to be a foul on that play. Two free throws po for Hugo to earn it from the stripe. So it's currently 2-all at the 8-minute and 19-second mark. So Hugo knocking down the first. Hugo completing that free throw trip. Ito naman po si Campania. Crossing the timeline, gets pressured, and the steal here. As Cruz nakawala sa fast break and gets that easy layup. Campania looking for a teammate, gives it up. Iraham slowing things down. Over to Castillo. Castillo, also known as a young Kobe ng Pinas. See here, rocking that wristband above the elbow in honor of the late great Kobe Bryant. That's going to be a shot clock violation for the Brigadiers. So the Squires here have been doing a great job of applying that pressure, causing some havoc on this smaller EAC team. It's going to be inbound here for Padilla. Padilla giving it up. Here comes Cruz over to Padilla. Padilla thinks about it, shimmies, drives, dumps it off, short stab, and Basi Reyes knows what to do with it. Here comes Campania, slowing things down here amidst the pressure. Nakatawid. Binigay kay Iraham. Iraham to Luna. Luna bumps, attacks, goes to the other side and knocks it down. Swabing swabe para kay Luna. Ito si Basi Reyes. Gives it up to Daniel Padilla. Padilla with the back door. There's going to be a foul on the floor here. It's going to be an offensive foul. It's going to be an offensive foul there on Daniel Padilla on that backdoor cut. It's Daniel Padilla takes a seat and Magcale checks in for the Squires. 8-4, under 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Here comes Campania, getting hounded by Magcale. Campania dumps it off. That's a steal by Basi Reyes. Here comes Timothy Cruz. Timothy Cruz, full head of steam. Basi Reyes, great play there from Reyes to Villanueva. Again, that hounding pressure defense as Villanueva back-to-back baskets here. Instant offense here for Alvin Villanueva. And that pressure being a little too much here for the Brigaders. And a quick timeout here for EAC. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Sir, react tayo sa report niya. Ano report niya?
Meron na pala. Hindi pa naman katututukan mo. Kasi naka-ano pala ko
When you hear his name, talagang mapapadoble ka ng tingin. And I'm referring to Daniel Padilla of Letran Squires, who was scouted 3 years ago from his hometown, that is Cebu. Sabi ni Daniel, wala lang naman daw sa kanya na may kapangalan siyang artista, pero ang totoo ay nahihiya na raw siya unti-unti. Take note that this Daniel Padilla I'm talking about is no chill, especially when he's in court. Martin?
Salamat po sa report, Bianca. And ayun na nga po, sa mga nagtataka, hindi po yan si Daniel Padilla na artista, but it's actually Daniel Padilla, the very talented young player of the Letran Squires, the pride of Cebu, showcasing his talents here. As you see, Villanueva get another steal. And Alvin Villanueva, upon checking in, has been all over this ball game. 6 quick points here for Villanueva and a couple of steals. He was a little too over-aggressive on that one. So 14-4, it's been all Letran basketball so far. Quahao, the leading scorer of EAC, has finally checked into the ball game here. He led the way in the previous win against the LPU with 22 points and 3 steals. Let's see if he can get his team back here. So you see a 3-point attempt. No good. Basi Reyes with the rebound. Magale gives it up. In for the first time as well is number 13, Daniel Quijada. Now Reyes over to Villanueva, looking for Magale. Magale turns the corner on that screen, loses it. Counter-attack here, Quahao, pushing pace. Gives it up to Coronel. Coronel gets that fast break. Lay up the fall. And if EAC wants to get back in this ball game, they're going to need a lot more of that. Here comes Villanueva. Goes in to the post. Quijada gets it at the wing, pulls up for 3. That's way short. It's going to be EAC ball. So I'm not quite sure why Ian Quahao didn't start, but it might have been a move here for EAC to kind of add some firepower to that bench. Obviously, Quahao, the formidable leader here for the Brigaders as he turns over that ball. In for the first time as well is number 11, Cyrix Celorio. Ball tipped out. It's gonna stay. Ball po ng Letran Squires as we see Arwin Alforque check in. Another one of these guards here for the Letran Squires. And loaded din po talaga yung pareha sa team na to kahit yung Letran at yung EAC. So it's gonna be an exciting matchup here as we see EAC try to crawl back into this ball game. It's now 14-6 with a little under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Again, if you're tuning in live with us here from the AMORANTO Sports Complex or streaming it live on Facebook or YouTube, my name is Martin Diaz, covering all the action here in today's final matchup of Pinoyliga Junior Cup quadruple header between the Letran Squires and the EAC Brigadiers. We encourage you to leave a like, comment, subscribe on our Pinoyliga Cup page. Here comes Celorio. Gives it up. Villanueva. Back to Celorio for 3. It's Celorio. He may be big, but he can knock down that long-range bomb. It's going to be a traveling violation here. This time bonus. Little too excited there, picking up his dribble, scrambling his feet. A 10-point lead here. Here comes the Squires. Heat check from Celorio. That's no good. De La Rosa with the rebound. Alforque tries to knife it in. That's no good. Go ahead pass. Bonus. Back-to-back turnovers here. Quijada finding Villanueva. And another turnover. Traveling there for Villanueva. So ball game getting a little carried away here as both teams trying to settle into this ball game. So back-to-back turnovers. And ganun po talaga eh. Minsan gigil yung mga players. So in the first quarter, you can expect some high-octane action. But as the game goes on, players start to warm up, settle in, get into the execution. Ayun na nga po. Another turnover here. This time, si number 15. Denril Razo, unable to control that ball. Bouncing off his leg. So baseline inbound po para sa Letran Squires. Alforque naghahanap ng teammate, gives it up to Celorio. Celorio to Villanueva. Villanueva can't get that short range tap to go. Pero De La Rosa securing that rebound. Celorio now showing the handles. Pass fake, tries to thread the needle. It's gonna stay Squire basketball. Alforque, baseline inbound na naman po. Binigay kay Villanueva. Villanueva nag-drive. Can't get it to fall. Alforque showing the effort and getting that second chance layup to fall. And straight to defense. So kita na naman yung defensive strategy dito ng Letran. Is kada basket or stop. Full court pressure ka agad. And that is the signature defensive style of the Letran Squires. You see that across the board in their basketball program from the high school to the collegiate level. And it's been paying dividends here as De La Rosa with a ball fake. Tries to get that to fall, no good. Rebound by EAC. Here comes Razo looking for a teammate. Binigay kay Quahao. Quahao is gonna have to get going here for EAC if they want any chance getting back in this ball game. Quahao drives in and draws the foul on Luna. It's gonna be a foul on the floor here. It's gonna be a baseline inbound para sa Eac Brigadiers. Ito si Lanqueta. Lanqueta is at the Quahao. Quahao pulls up, no good. Here comes a great steal here by EAC. Texon in for the first time, gives it up. Lanqueta for three, no good. Rebound here. Here comes, oh, lots of contact there. Great strong drive there. And Celorio catching fire, but Cargo with that nice pass on that second effort. Now here comes EAC. Lanqueta, power dribble to that reverse layup. Great strong move there from Lanqueta. 21-8 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Now here comes De La Rosa over to Celorio. Heat check. It's no good. Alforque. Si Alforque. Kala mo lang guardia siya, but he has a lot of good length. Plays the offensive board really well. Has a couple of putbacks now. It's Razo drawing the foul there from Quijada. So ito yung trade-off no, ng pressure D. You want to be able to stay out of foul trouble. And the Squires getting a couple of fouls here on the ball pressure. So they're gonna have to dial down the active hands here, stay out of foul trouble. Now here comes that strong move from Lumbo with a second chance effort here from Lanqueta. And Lanqueta has been aggressive early on in this ball game, drawing the foul there. He's gonna have to earn it from the stripe. But I like what I'm seeing from Langketa. Aggressive po siya early on in this ball game, and it's been one of the few bright sparks here for the Brigaders. 23-9 in favor of Letran. As we see the dying minutes here of the first quarter. It's Langketa. Successful trip to the free throw. Here comes Quijada, getting hounded this time by Razo. Quijada looking for a teammate. Binigay by Cargo to De La Rosa. De La Rama, I stand corrected. De La Rama for three. No good. Forge fighting for that rebound. A great board there, secured by EAC. Lumbo gets it at the top of the key. Over to Langketa. Langketa spins, tries to dump it off. De La Rama there, shut things down. Here comes Lumbo to a cutting Quahao. Quahao with that sweet reverse lay. And don't look now. EAC going a little bit of a run here. 23-12, 30 seconds left. Here comes Alforque. Alforque gets it back. De La Rama dumps it off. Beautiful pass and great patience there from number 16, Clinton Pico. Here comes Quahao with some time left. Trading buckets now. Here comes Quijada as you are at the clock. Alforque, that's going to be too late. That's going to be no good. Scores 25-14 at the end of the first. Again, before going to the break, we want to give a big shout out to Teodoro Macahig Morada III, watching from Cabasala National High School. 14-25 in favor of Letran. We will be right back. Back to the ball game here. It's 25-14 in favor of the Letran Squires. That defensive pressure paying dividends. But towards the end of that first quarter, nakagiliw na rin yung Brigaders trying to get back in this ball game. Ian Quahao trying to lead his team back into this. We saw some good action from the Langketa. Ito na nga po, 11-point lead lang po yun. You can't count out the EAC Brigaders. So, the start of the second quarter, inbound po para kay Alforque. De La Rama to Alforque. Alforque gives it up. De La Rama looking for a teammate. Binigay. Alforque gets it back. Drives in. Tries to dump it off. Great defensive sequence there by the Brigaders. Tignan natin ang nagagawin ng EAC dito to try and get back in this ball game. Ito naman si Quahao. Quahao crossing the timeline, getting hounded by Alforque. Gives it up to Lumbo. There's going to be a foul here on Cargo. As Castillo checks in and Razo takes a seat. Hindi pa natin nakikita si Castillo get active here in this ball game. So tignan natin kung iinit siya dito. in the second quarter. As we see here, great two-man game there from Lumbo to number 8, Texon. The Graders getting it going here. Short stab here from Delarama. Great counter. Here comes Quahao. Quahao trying to cross the timeline here. Another steal here from Letran. Falls in the hands. EJ Castillo pulls up. No good. Rebound secured. I believe that was by Lumbo, and there's going to be a foul on the floor here.
14 down, number 16. He's on the ball. That's his second personal foul.
So baseline inbound po para sa EAC. Here comes Castillo. Langketa for 3. That's short. Texon got the offensive board. Gets it again. Quahao for 3. He has that. In and out. Rebound by the Squires. EAC struggling from 3 points so far in this ball game. Alforque tees it up. That's short. Ang dami na rin offensive rebound dito ni Alforque. Two-man game here. And that's no good. From Pico, here comes Quahao. Quahao giving it up to Lumbo. There's going to be an offensive foul off the ball here. Castillo getting a little too handsy on that play. And si Castillo, nag-switch na yung armband niya kanina over the elbow. Ngayon, nasa wrist ngayon. Right below the elbow naman. So it seems like Castillo is trying out different positions for the wristband kung ano kaya yung makakaswerte sa kanya. As we haven't seen Castillo get going in this ball game here. But it's going to be vital here for EAC. They want to try and get back in this ball game. It's 27-16 in favor of Letran with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left. Basi Reyes with that signature short stab. No good. Great rebound here from Cargo. Now Reyes at the post. Asserting his dominance. Great footwork there. Just can't get it to fall. Here comes Castillo, pushing pace. Castillo loses it. Gives it up. Quahao for 3. Still no good. Quahao struggling to find the bottom of the bucket here. In the last game, Quahao finished with a strong 22-point game. We went 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. And now let me turn it over as we take a quick time out here. And a quick word from our sponsors. We will be right back.
Pag nasa loob kayo ng court, dapat alam nyo na ang gagawin nyo sa bola, says Emilio Aguinaldo College head coach Noy Catalan after an 11-point deficit to end the first quarter. To tell you that huddle was indeed what the Brigadiers need to hear in order to get themselves together this second quarter. Martin?
Thank you for that lovely report from our courtside reporter, Bianca Tagarda. And ayun na nga, head coach Noy Catalan expressing his frustration. Obviously, they're currently down 11 points to the Letran Squires. So let's see what adjustments he can make to get his team back in the ball game. Yung nakikita ko lang so far is they gotta find ways to handle the defensive pressure of Letran. There are a couple of times na nagmamadali yung mga players, and the best way to break the press is actually through some ball movement. So kailangan na magpakita yung mga ibang guards and even the big men here of EAC so they can break that press and get back in this ball game. Here comes Castillo with that signature mid-range shot. No good still. Castillo struggling to find some rhythm here. Now here comes Reyes with a reseal here in the low post. Basti loses it. Here comes Quahao with a steal. Quahao surveying. Gives it up. It's gonna be another turnover here. This time losing it was Kelly Coronel. And ayun na nga, if EAC wants any chance of getting back into this ballgame, they're gonna have to control their turnovers kasi nagsastuck na rin talaga yung mga turnovers nila in this ballgame. And credit to the Letran Squires for just applying that defensive pressure. Kita nyo naman, as you see Daniel Padilla knocking down that 3 agad-agad. That defensive pressure being applied. And an 8-second violation. Quinones. Great defensive pressure there. And another turnover for EAC. So yun na nga, kailangan mag-apply ng press break yung EAC Brigadiers to beat the press rather than just trying to bring down that ball every time. You gotta get some ball movement. Here comes Pagio over to Daniel Padilla. Daniel Padilla feels like he has a mismatch here on Canonigo. Now Reyes unaware of the shot clock. It's gonna be a shot clock violation here for the Squires. Castillo to inbound. Here comes Quahao, getting hounded by Quinones. Here comes Coronel. Over Canonigo. Canonigo bringing out this do-it-yourself kit. Gives it up to Quahao. Castillo drives in. Gets a little separation. Gets the easy bucket. It's got to be a sigh of relief here for Castillo. And a turnover here for the Squires, so a little bit of momentum here for EAC. Let's see if they can capitalize. It's 30-18, just a 12-point lead being held here for Letran with a little over 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Comes inbound. Castillo with a signature mid-range. And sometimes, kailangan mo lang talaga makita na pumasok yung basketball. And that's back-to-back buckets here for Castillo. Here comes Quinones. Quinones driving in, tries to dump it off to Basti. Basti loses it. It's going to be back-to-back turnovers here for the Squires. Chances here for the Brigadiers. Here comes Castillo. Castillo pushing pace. Dumps it off. Here comes Coronel. Thinks about the step back. Castillo gives it up. And that's a knockdown bucket from Canonigo. And now, just like that, an 8-point lead for Letran. EAC trickling down that lead to just a single-point deficit. Here comes Daniel Padilla using the screen. Pulls up, dumps it off. Hugo couldn't get it to go. Another defensive stop here for the Brigadiers. Here comes EAC Castillo using that ball screen from Coronel. Castillo pulls up and knocks it in. And now we're seeing why they call Castillo the young Kobe Bryant of the Philippines. Kita niyo naman going to that mid-range with that sweet jumper. And may pagkasimilarity din talaga yung release no? Above the head yung release ni Castillo. Just as the late great Kobe Bryant. Padilla trying to get fancy. It's gonna stay Letran ball. And just like that, a 6-point lead for Letran. Momentum with EAC as Timothy Cruz checks back in. And Quinones taking a seat. Daniel Padilla trying to sneak it into Celorio. It's going to be an air ball here. That's going to be another turnover, shot clock violation. So some great defense being shown here by EAC. Signs of life as they try to complete this comeback. Comes Bautista with a wide open three. That's short. Great rebound here from Canonigo. Tries to put it back. Tough shot. Luna with a rebound and gets fouled in the process. Again, this is the final matchup of the quadruple header in the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. And sa mga nanonood po live and on the live stream, we appreciate you. And a big shout out po kay Ferdinand E. Santos, Richel Denoy Ardenio. Shout out po kay Julito Flores watching from Mampang, Zamboanga City, and June Taganas. Salamat po sa pagpanonood. Ako po si Martin Daes. Ito po si Castillo really starting to heat up here, showing all the moves. Ala, the late great Mamba himself. And a 4-point lead now for Letran. EAC really making moves here in the second quarter. Daniel Padilla giving it up to Cruz. Silorio gets it back. He's not gun shy. And that's no good. Cruz tries to save it. And another stop here from EAC. This 5 on the floor, proving to be effective for head coach Noy Catalan. Here comes Castillo. Gives up to Canonigo. Canonigo trying to push pace here. Gives it up. And a great move there. Couldn't get it to fall. Here comes the counter attack. Silorio to Cruz. Cruz gives it back to Silorio. Silorio comes it up to Padilla. Padilla for 3. And Padilla, calm, cool, collected, said, relax lang tayo. Don't worry, we got this. 33-26. Padilla coming up big here in response to that barrage by the Brigades. And a steal. Padilla tumingin pa. Knocks in that easy layup. And that's how Letran control this ball game on the defensive end. They get stops. They get havoc. Create havoc. And just like that, lead back up to 9 points with 1 minute and 38 seconds left. Timeout here by Coach Noy. We will be right back. Okay. Back. See the action here. 35-26 in favor of the Letran Squires. Every run that EAC has thrown at Letran, may sagot lagi yung Letran. And nagsisimula po siya dito sa depensa no? Yung full court pressure po ng Letran Squires proving to be the X factor in this ball game. Let's see how EAC responds. A great showing here from Fien Jan Ray Castillo, heating up in that second quarter. As you see EAC respond here, it's a great easy bucket there from Luna. A friend from number 31 Lanqueta of EAC, and another chance here for EAC. Quahao pushing pace, 35-28 in favor of Letran. This is a 7-point game. Here comes Coronel. Gives it back to Quahao. Quahao yet to get going here. Pulls up, let's see. And draws the foul. It's going to be 3 shots from the line. This could get Ian Quahao going. Kasi ayun na nga po, bilang scorer, sometimes yung kailangan mo lang is to see the ball go through that basket. It's gonna be 2-3 shots here for Ian Quahao as he tries to chip away at this deficit. As Ian Quahao knocks down the first. And si Ian Quahao, isa sa mga player dito ng EAC Brigadiers na alam mo na is gonna have a bright future ahead of him. built like a truck. Can shoot it, can drive it. Excited to see Ian's development as he goes along his basketball journey. And ito yung maganda kaya sa Pinoyliga Juniors Cup no? And just for Pinoyliga Cup in general, it's a great platform for these players as they prepare for their main leagues. See here, Timothy Cruz getting fancy, dumps it off. Silorio with that short stab, no good. Luna securing that rebound. Now here comes Quahao. It's a 5-point lead here. Now here comes Luna. Luna drop step, tries to sneak it in, no good. Here comes Silorio. Silorio gives it up. Daniel Padilla. Loose ball, Villanueva. And Villanueva has just been a pest. It's now 8 points for Villanueva. Villanueva with that hounding defense on Quahao. Quahao loses it again, and this is where Letran is so dangerous as Quahao gives up the foul. Pag nagpa-pressure talaga yung Letran, ang hirap nila pigilan. They create havoc on that backcourt, cause turnovers and get easy buckets. And EAC still hasn't really found a solution to that full court press. Baseline inbound here, Daniel Padilla setting things up. Silorio over to Villanueva. Cruz asking for it. Here comes Cruz using that pick to the baseline, drives in, kicks it out. That's gonna be no good. And that is the end of the first half. The score is 37-30 in favor of the Letran Squires. An intense matchup between both teams. Again, this is the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup, and we will be right back.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sa
Ano to? May feed mo ba yung graphics natin?
Na-upload na po.
Ha?
Na-upload.
In-upload mo pa? Sige, i-gap muna natin. Tumulit na lang.
Sir, sila po na mag-interview.
Okay. Sige, wait lang. Nag-type pa na.
Good afternoon mga kaliga, and standing right beside me is our halftime interview guest, that is Assistant Coach Harold Santa Cruz from the Letran Squires. Now Coach Harold, you're no stranger here in Pinoyliga. Player po kayo sa alumni at ngayon coach po kayo, pero ma-ask ko lang po, ano pong mas prefer nyong role, as a player or as a coach?
Well, syempre, as a coach right now because past na nung ano na yun nung time namin nung naglalaro ako So, nakakatuwa lang, meron tayong 30 up for the alumni. So, siguro, kaya pang maglaro kahit papano.
Ayun po Coach Harold, at sabi nyo nga po mas prefer nyo po ang coach role. So as a coach, ano po sa tingin nyo yung kailangan gawin ng Letran Squires to maintain a comfortable lead until the ending buzzer?
Well, it's always defense kasi, defense will start talaga and the offense will follow. So kasi actually kaya na-trim down ng lead namin. So very naglaylo masyado ng mga bata. That's why ni-remind nila Coach Willie na wala nung box out natin, nung mas strict sa depensa natin. That's why nag-trim down. So hopefully ma-continue ng mga bata nung magandang depensa na pinapakita nila nung first quarter at totally makuha namin ng game na to.
Again, thank you so much for joining me here, Coach Harold. And again, good luck po mamaya later for the Letran Squires and also on Saturday. But that's all for halftime interview for now. Let's go back to the panel.
Thank you so much for that quick little interview, Bianca, and of course the assistant coach Harold Santa Cruz. Mukha na, condition pa rin eh. So of course, assistant coach Harold explaining that obviously coaching for him is where he draws a little bit more of his passion, but then as we see here, it seems to be working well for them as we check out the halftime stats. Pretty close in terms of field goal, but where you could see the big difference is the EAC Generals have yet to score a 3-point basket. Obviously, the Trans shooting around 30%, which is on average. Aside of that, things are pretty neck and neck. Turnovers, though, for EAC has really spelled the difference. A lot of points coming from those turnovers, 15 to 11. And so, if EAC, again, wants to get back in this ballgame, they're going to have to control that basketball. So it's going to be a sideline inbound at the half here for Ian Quahao as we get started in the second half. And a big shout out here from Dorothy, the proud ate, all the way from France of Ian Quahao. So shout out to Miss Dorothy. So here comes EAC. Quahao getting it, looking for a ball screen, rejects it, pulls up from 3. It's a tough shot. Here comes Celorio. Celorio. Yung maganda kay Celorio, rebound ka agad tapos kaya niya i-push pace. So some great ball handling skills on display here from the Letran Big. Now Villanueva getting things organized. Gives it up. Del Rama. High in the sky shot. That's no good. Rebound secured by EAC. Here comes Quahao pushing pace. Gives it up. It's gonna stay EAC ball. Lanqueta just couldn't control that basketball, and call's gonna be overturned here. It's gonna be Letran ball, as I think the ball went off Lanqueta on that play. So here comes Quijada over to Alforque. Alforque had a great showing in that first half. Give it up to Del Rama. Villanueva over to Quijada. Quijada for 3. That's no good. And Del Rama controlling that board. Great effort there. Ball gets tipped out. It's going to be baseline inbound here para sa Letran Squires. Now here comes Alforque. Naghahanap ng teammate. Alforque binigay kay Quijada. Quijada ginamit yung ball screen ni Celorio. Now Celorio, tough fadeaway shot. That's no good. Rebound by Coronel. Ito naman po si Quahao. Nagmamadali. Steps through. Draws the contact. Gonna have to earn it from the stripe. It's gonna be 2 shots here for Ian Quahao. He's had a couple bright moments, but we're waiting to see Ian Quahao really start to get going here. Again, si Ian, siya yung one of the leading scorers here for EAC as he knocks down the first. Second shot here for Ian Quahao. Knocks in the second. Just a 5-point lead here for Letran. Here comes Letran. Del Rama dumps it off. Villanueva, oh, with a hard fall there. Hope he's alright. Got caught up in the air. Villanueva springs back up. Malakas din yung katawan ng bata na to eh. Si Villanueva has been kind of the bruiser here for Letran, doing the dirty work here. So he springs back up. No need for help on that one. A great showcase of toughness here from Villanueva. Steal here from Quahao. Quahao gives it up. Campana dumps it off. Ian Quahao gets the easy lay. And now just a single possession game. 3-point lead here for Letran. Great hands there from Ian as you see Quahao and Campana running into each other there as both of them tried to go for the ball. Campana a little shaken up on that play. So Campana's lip colliding with the head there of Quao, but Campana seems to be okay. You gotta admire the effort though from EAC. You know, they've been down most of this game, but they haven't given up. So credit to head coach Noy Catalan, keeping his boys in it. Here comes Coronel. Hands it up to Campana. Campana back to Coronel. Coronel gives it up to Langketa. Langketa over now to Texon. Texon loses it. Texon try to get back. No good. Pico dumps it off to Villanueva, and Villanueva with an easy lay. Beautiful pass there from Pico to Villanueva. Now here comes Coronel. Coronel slows it down over to Campana. Now Coronel ganap ng teammate, gives it up to Langketa. Langketa over to Texon. Beautiful two-man game. That's perfection from Texon to Coronel. Here comes Celorio. Slowing it down. Quijada whips it to Pico. Great court vision there from Quijada. Tapos ayun, agad-agad. Pressure ka agad. Binibigay ng Letran. So ito naman si Ian Quahao trying to cross the timeline. It's a little too much pressure there from Villanueva. It's going to be a foul on the floor here. So si Ian Quahao, fun fact, is the younger brother of Letran Squires, Deo Quahao. So alam mo naman natin si Deo, a formidable force as well in the collegiate level. So it seems like the talent, the basketball talent runs in the genes for the Quahao family. Here comes the Eac Brigadiers. Coronel rejecting that ball screen. Pulls up for a fadeaway. Tough shot there from Coronel. Here comes Alforque. That's going to be a traveling violation. Runs into a brick wall there, Texon. So 43-38 with a little over 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Again, if you're just tuning in, my name is Martin Diaz, calling the game in this quadruple header, the final matchup between the Eac Brigadiers and the Letran Squires. Here comes Ian Quahao. Ian Quahao goes in. Lots of contact, no foul. Now pull-up jumper there, no good. Now Quijada slowing things down. Here comes Alforque. Alforque gives it up to Pico. Quijada gets it back in the corner. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3. And a chance at 4 for Quijada. Daniel Quijada loving the action. It's Ian Quahao getting some advice from head coach Noy Catalan. Obviously, you never want to foul a jump shooter. So ito po, chance po for a 4-point play para kay Quijada. So Daniel Quijada completing the 4-point play. Ito, nakabalik po si Castillo, and we hadn't seen him since his scoring run at the end of that first half. Let's see kung mainim pa dito si Castillo. Castillo looking for a teammate, gives it up to Coronel. Dangerous pass there. Here comes Langketa. Langketa gives it up to Coronel. Coronel swings it. That's going to be another steal here by Letran. Celorio pushing pace. Celorio with a fake handoff. Beautiful pass there. Si Celorio, big man siya, pero yung galawan niya pang guardia eh. Ito si Celorio. Celorio gives it up. Pico, a little bit of a push shot. No good. Here comes Bonus. Strong drive by Langketa. Gets it to fall. Eac not going now without a count. Now, Daniel Quijada gives it up to Alforque. Alforque. A little bit of a 1-2-2 press here. 1-2-2 zone, rather, for EAC. Here comes Castillo. Castillo attacks. Signature mid-range. That's no good. Great defense there from Alforque. Si Castillo, palit na palit siya ng style sa wristband. Kanina, right below the elbow. Ngayon, sa wrist na lang mismo. So trying to find that perfect position. Alforque misses the 3. Coronel with a rebound. Go ahead to Luna. Should be an easy bucket. And Luna gets it to fall. Great leak out there from Luna. Here comes Alforque. Now Quijada. Silorio tees it up. That's no good. It's a 5-point lead here, 47-42 in favor of Letran. Castillo gives it up to Coronel. What's Coronel gonna do? He attacks. Floater. No good. Quijada pushing pace. Quijada gives it up. That's no good. From De Silva. Now here comes EAC, and that's going to be too much pressure from De Silva. A platoon swap here from Letran. A lot of the starters checking back in. Basi Reyes, Daniel Padilla, as well as Justin Hugo checking back in for the Squires. So again, pressure being applied here for Letran. Here comes Bonus crossing the timeline. Binigay kay Bautista. Bautista spin move. Backdoor to Castillo. Signature of the house. Knocks it in. He lives in the mid-range, folks. Castillo still hot. See, knocks down just a single possession game. 3-point lead here, 47-44. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Here comes De Silva. De Silva. Hugo. Hugo gives it up to Daniel Padilla. Daniel loses it. Here comes. A beautiful move there. Just couldn't get it to fall from Razo. Daniel Padilla couldn't control it. And Padilla loses it. Another turnover here for Letran. Chances here for EAC. Here comes Bonus. Bonus getting hounded by Cruz. Bonus attacks. Loses it. Padilla gets it. Cruz with the go-ahead pass to Basi Reyes. Great hands there from Razo. Razo, contact in the backcourt. Castillo, ill-advised pass. Now Timothy Cruz slowing things down, getting things organized. Things getting a little hectic here. Hugo drives in, gets the hoop and the harm. A chance at a three-point play here for Justin Hugo. So head coach Willie Miller, of course, PBA legend, now taking his talents and his knowledge to the Letran Squires, giving out instructions here to the players. If I know Letran well, this is a basket, they're gonna press. And they do so. So full court man-to-man being applied again. Here comes Razo crossing the timeline, being hounded by Timothy Cruz. Razo looking for a teammate, gives it up to Castillo. Castillo drives in, loses the ball. Another turnover here. Now Daniel Padilla leaking out, and there's too much sauce on that pass from Basi Reyes. Another turnover here from Letran. Things getting a little sloppy here towards the end of the third quarter. Here comes Razo, serving. Great defense from Padilla. It's gonna go the other way. Excellent on-ball defense from Daniel Padilla. And again, if you're just tuning in, ito po yung Daniel Padilla na basketball player po. Hindi po si Daniel Padilla na artista. So, equally as talented. But this Daniel Padilla, a savant on the hardwood floor. Here comes Timothy Cruz, ball fake. It's going to be a traveling from Timothy Cruz. Timothy Cruz in disbelief. So it's going to be an inbound here on the side by Bautista of EAC. The Brigadiers still trying to mount this comeback. And another foul here given up by De Silva. So another sideline in by here. Miscommunication. Castillo able to save it. And the pressure D again causing another turnover. Padilla picking up his dribble. Gives it up. Gets it back. Padilla sees the double. Gives up to Timothy Cruz. Timothy Cruz, what's he gonna do? 10 at the shot clock. Lots of time still. Padilla gets it. Elevates. No good. But Basi Reyes there to save it and draws the foul. Seems like there was a little bit of miscommunication on the defensive rotation there. Basi Reyes knocks down the first. And si Basi Reyes, for me, ang ganda ng pinakita niya in this ball game. He's played his role to perfection, controlling the boards, being a presence on defense, as well as finding his other teammates when needed. Basi Reyes, one of these leaders here for the Letran Squires. So, it's gonna be EAC ball here. Kita mo talaga yung pressure defense ng Letran off the bat, hindi pa na-inbound yung bola. Agad-agad nagbabump. So the details here on the defensive end for Letran as Ian Quahao checking in. So this Quahao Castillo combination on the floor, a few times that they're together, hopefully provide that offensive punch here. Lead now up to 8 for Letran. Might be the last shot here, but Daniel Padilla shoots it early. De Silva saves it. Bautista gets it. Counter-attack here, Castillo. Pinoy step. Gets it to fall. Great deceleration there from Castillo. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 52-46 in favor of the Letran Squires. It's the final game of the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors. And back to the action here. 52-46 in favor of the Letran Squires. And defense has been the name of the game. Grabe din talaga yung pressure na binibigay ng Letran sa EAC and has resulted in a lot of turnovers and points off turnovers. So tignan natin kung sino ba yung makaka-prevail dito sa final matchup ng quadruple header ng Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Ako po si Martin Daes. At ako yung nagko-cover po ng lahat ng action dito sa final matchup as we see Cargo driving in, kicking out. Villanueva swing to Timothy Cruz. That's no good. Battle for the rebound. Ito yung maganda sa Letran eh. Ang dami nilang players na all-out effort talaga like Villanueva who leaves it all out on the basketball floor. And ang ganda na pinapakita niya dito eh. Ever since the start of the game, it's just been effort on both ends of the floor. And it's really paid dividends here for Letran as they have the 6-point lead. Here comes Ian Quahao trying to mount this comeback. Gives it up to Castillo. Castillo rejects the ball screen. Drives in. Picks up his dribble. Back to Ian Quahao. 10 seconds left. Uses the ball screen. They send the trap and a great steal there. Just couldn't complete the play. It seems like every time Ian Quahao or Castillo has the ball, dinadoble na sila off the pick and roll. So, if I were Ian Quahao, I have to make a quick decision. Give it up to that roller. Look for the easy basket. Here comes Luna, losing it. Timothy Cruz securing that steal. Gives it up to Cargo. Cargo slowing things down. Calling out the play. Here comes Cruz. Gives it up. Gets it back. Two-man game. Beautiful basketball from Letran. Just tic-tac-toe. Kita naman. Lahat ng players ng Letran nakahawak ng bola on that possession. So head coach Willie Miller has to be happy with that. You have a foul on the floor here. And again, a big shout out to everyone watching here live in attendance from the Amoranto Sports Complex and on the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. A big shout out to Paul Win Baste and Charles Vitor. Thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Martin Daes. As we see here, Ian Quahao going on a fishing expedition here, trying to draw the foul, just couldn't get it. Baseline inbound here. Bautista to inbound, gives it up. Ian drives in, gets that easy basket. So hopefully that can get Ian going here. Here comes Cargo, using the ball screen from Hugo. Same play. This time nabasa ng defense ng EAC. Bautista pushing pace, gives it up to Castillo. Castillo to Luna, to Quahao. Quahao with an and one, the hoop and the harm. Another great finish there from Quahao, but that was made possible from the excellent transition execution of EAC. Hindi nga binaba yung bola. Pasa-pasa lang. And giving it up to Quahao on that tough finish there. So again, a back and forth battle. Now just a 4-point lead. Let's see if Ian can cut it down to a single-point deficit. No good on that free throw. 4-point game here. Here comes Timothy Cruz, calling things out. Gives it up to Padilla. Now, Celorio back to Daniel. Padilla back to Celorio. Celorio gets the ball stripped from him. Here comes Castillo. Bumps. Signature fadeaway. That's no good. Here comes Timothy Cruz. Gives it up to Padilla. Padilla. Now Villanueva slowing things down. Comes Padilla. He attacks. Gives it up. Villanueva. Short stab. That's no good. Great hands there from Hugo. Couldn't get it to fall. Villanueva again. And Villanueva says, ako na bahala sa second shot. I won't let you down. Now here comes Blanqueta. Blanqueta gives it up to a cutting Castillo. Castillo bump, fake, gives it up. Bautista for three, and that's huge. Bautista with a timely 3-point bucket. And just like that, lead is now A single possession ball game, 56-53 in favor of the Letran Squires. Here comes Timothy Cruz. Gives it up. Padilla, ball fake. No look pass. Hugo with an easy bucket. Beautiful pass there from Padilla. Just freezing the defense with his eyes. Here comes Ian Quahao. Let's see what he does here. Gets a ball screen. That trap is sent. Great decision. Castillo. Ball fake. Loses it. Lanqueta gets it. Another turnover here. Daniel Padilla. Behind the head pass to Celorio. Celorio with the jelly. And now Padilla starting to percolate here. Tignan natin kung ano gagawin ng EAC. Lead back up to 7. Here comes Ian Quahao. And EAC finding ways to stay in this ball game. Beautiful pass. Great defense there from Villanueva. Yan po ang definition of help the helper. Villanueva coming out from that right wing and running in and getting that crucial defensive play. Here comes Villanueva. Giving up to Celorio. Celorio, with a advice shot, gets his own rebound. Padilla for 3. No good. Rebound by Hugo, and Hugo flex on him. Skying for the rebound and getting that tough bucket to fall. Now lead is up to 9, 62-53. Timeout EAC. We will be right back.
Sir, pag-foul po natin, magre-report ulit si Bianca. Yung coaching staff naman namin.
And
Compared to their previous halftime huddle, the EAC Brigadiers now hear inspiring words from Coach Noy Catalan as they have managed to stay close to their opponent. Focus, relax, and apply full court press, according to Coach Noy. He also special mentions Ian Quahao, who he expects to lift their team past the Squires. Martin?
And thank you for that report, Bianca. So ayun na nga po, si Head Coach Noy Catalan encouraging his players to up the intensity on defense and apply a little bit more full court pressure, and putting a spotlight on Ian Quahao, one of the leaders here for EAC, to step up as they try to complete this comeback. The score now is 62-53, a 9-point lead being held here by the Squires. Here comes the Brigaders, full head of steam. And a little bit of a gamble here by Head Coach Noy Catalan, putting in the some of the second unit here and removing Castillo and Quahao as they get a quick breather and get ready to finish out this ball game. Here comes Villanueva over to Celorio. Tic-tac-toe, and Villanueva knows what to do with it. Great play here between Celorio and Villanueva. Comes Cañada to Lucero. Lucero over to Coronel for 3. That's no good. Great rebound there from Hugo. And Hugo has provided a great energy for Head Coach Willie Miller. Here comes Villanueva to Celorio, back to Timothy Cruz, over to Daniel Padilla. Daniel Padilla fakes, steps back, attacks, draws the foul. Foul's gonna be on Campania. So it's going to be a sideline inbound here para sa Letran Squires, si Daniel Padilla. Sisimula po. Binigay kay Cruz. Intercepted by Campania. Full head of steam for Quahao back in the ball game. Gives it to Coronel. Coronel can't get it to fall. Second try, no good. Gets it back. Pulls it back. Here comes Campania, rejecting the ball screen. Gives it up. Quahao drives in. Fade away. No good. Rebound by Hugo. Hugo controlling the board so far for Letran. Here comes Cruz. EAC in a 2-3 zone. Villanueva. And Celorio. Cruz for 3. Ball fake. Floater. No good. Great hands there. Rebound secured by Coronel. Cuajao, full head of steam. Push and pace. That's a steal by Celorio. Great hands there from Celorio. Now, Letran gonna play the clock a little bit. 9-point lead here for Letran. Here comes Cruz. Now Padilla. Binigay kay Celorio. 3 seconds left. Is he aware? Cruz shoots it and gets it to fall. The bank is open for Timothy Cruz. Now Coronel. He's up to Cuajao. To Campania. Over to Texon, and Texon gets the hoop in the harm. Great response here by the Brigaders. So a chance here for a 3-point play for Stephen Texon. 67-57 with 3 minutes left here in the ball game. And Texon completing the 3-point play, so just a single point deficit here. Here comes Celorio crossing the timeline. And si Celorio parang ano rin siya point forward dito para sa Letran. Able to put the ball on the floor and create for his teammates as well. Ito si Danny Padilla. Shimmy. Gives it up. Baguio for 3. That's no good. Coronel with a rebound. Here comes Campania. Pushing pace. Campania gives it up. Coronel over to Cuajao. Cuajao pulls up for 3. This is going to be huge. No good. That's short. And a great shot here from Bonus. And just like that, again, EAC knocking on the door. 7 na lang po yung nilalamang ng Letran. Ito po si Alforque. Ginamit yung ball screen. Celorio takes a look at the shot clock. 5 seconds left. Pulls up for 3. No good. Rebound by Coronel. Coronel doing a good job of controlling the rebounds here for EAC. Here comes Campania. Gives it up to Coronel. Coronel hinahanap si Cuajao. Cuajao gets the ball screen. Puts on the moves. Ball fake. Gives it up to Campania. 10 seconds left. A lot of time to work with here. And that's going to be a 3. And Coronel throws up a prayer and knocks in the banker. And EAC finding ways. And now just a 4-point lead here for Letran. Timeout by head coach Willie Miller. We will be right back. And back to the action here. Every single time that Letran goes on a run, laging may sagot yung EAC Brigaders. So credit to this tough-minded EAC team. Hindi talaga makapwersa at baunin ng Letran yung EAC just due to the sheer effort and fight of EAC. So let's see if they can complete this Cinderella comeback. So a full court press here being applied by the Brigaders. Here comes Timothy Cruz being hounded by Bonus. Timothy Cruz got that ball on the string. Gives it up to Baguio. Now, Daniel Padilla over to Celorio. Celorio with a little push shot. That's no good. Great stop there by EAC. So a big possession here for EAC, and Coach Noy wants to drop a play. And a quick timeout here. We will be right back. And we are back to the action here. Again, if you're tuning in, an exciting matchup between the Letran Squires and the Eac Brigadiers. We want to give a big shout out to everyone watching live in attendance here in Amoranto Sports Complex, as well as everyone streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Big shout out here to Calvin Caleb, Brian Leonard Varela, and I believe this is the mom of Justin Hugo, Len Valdez Hugo. So shout out po, tita. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your son, who is playing excellent here in this ball game. So ito po, 1 minute at 16 seconds left na lang po ang natitira sa ball game. A 4-point lead being held here, 67-63 in favor of Letran. Castillo to inbound. Let's see what head coach Noy Catalan calls out here, and let's see if they can execute. So here comes Ian Quahao getting it. Got the mismatch here on Timothy Cruz. Drives in. Beautiful move there. Just couldn't get it to fall. Coronel with a putback and a huge rebound and putback from Coronel. And a great play by head coach Noy Catalan. And just like that, a 2-point ball game here being held by Letran. Tignan natin kung ano gagawin ng Letran. No timeout here. Daniel Padilla bringing out his do-it-yourself kit. Steps through. Loses it. Hugo with a rebound. And Hugo getting a huge bucket to fall. Great shot there from Hugo. Lead back up to 4. A little under 40 seconds left. Here comes Quahao. Gives it up. Coronel for 3. And he gets it to fall. Correction. That was Lanqueta. Lanqueta with a huge 3. Ice in his veins for Lanqueta. And just like that, a 1-point ball game. Letran holding on 69-68. A quick timeout here by head coach Willie Miller. Let's see what he draws up here.
Alaga mo, 32K in 5 hours.
And we are back to the action here. 69-68. A huge shot from Noel Lanqueta, trimming the lead down to 1. Letran holding on to a 1-point lead. Let's see what head coach Willie Miller draws up here. And of course, Coach Willie Miller, not afraid of the moment. We've seen him in crunch time execute. Let's see how he executes here as a head coach. Daniel Padilla, who's had his mark all over this ball game. The inbound on the sideline with Bautista matching up on defense. So let's see if the Squires can execute on this sideline inbound. Flare screen for Timothy Cruz. Timothy Cruz. No need to foul here for EAC. Baguio over to Hugo. Hugo in the post. Tries to hand it off. No good. Timothy Cruz pulls up mid-range. No good. It's gonna go to the Brigaders, and they get the stop that they need with 15.7 seconds left. Let's see what head coach Noy Catalan draws up here. They got the stop that they needed. And now, with just 1 point as the deficit, head coach Noy Catalan drawing up the possible game-winning play on this possession. Again, this is the final game of the quadruple header between the EAC Brigaders and the Letran Squires. If you haven't tuned in, or if you're not tuned in, now is the time. Things heating up here in Amoranto Sports Complex. My name is Martin Diaz, covering all the exciting action here for the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. And let's get ready for this possible final winning play here from head coach Noy Catalan. He's battled his way with his boys all the way up, being down by almost 14 points and crawling back here. So is he going to write his own destiny? Tignan natin kung ano yung magiging final play dito ng EAC. So both teams here giving out some final instructions. Again, no need to foul here for Letran. They are in control of this ball game with 1 point. They gotta get a stop to secure this win. Insakto po yung pagnood ni Len Valdez Hugo on that go-ahead bucket from Hugo. But here we have the EAC Brigaders, possibly with a game-winning shot here. They give it up to Ian Guahao. Ian Guahao gives it up to Coronel. Coronel with a spin, with the shot. No good. They're gonna have to foul here. And Villanueva able to draw it off, dribble it up, leaving only 0.1. And a huge stop here. EAC unable to get the foul, and Villanueva sprinting down the court. And that might be it for EAC. Coronel getting up a final shot, but it was a tough one at that. And now all Letran has to do is inbound the ball. And that's gonna be it, folks. Not enough time for EAC here. A huge stop from Letran and a good no foul possession. And the Cinderella story denied by the Letran Squires and head coach Willie Miller. A chess match between both coaches as Letran gets the win 69-68 to end this quadruple header of the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. A big win here for Letran as they bounce back from a tough loss against San Beda, and EAC falling to the Letran Squires, as the Letran Squires sing the alma mater hymn.
standing?
Ladies and gentlemen, our best player of the game, with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Number 5 from your Lions and Letran Squires, Justin Hugo.
And we are gonna have our player of the game here, accompanied by our courtside reporter, Bianca Tagarda, and it's none other than Justin Hugo. So let me pass the mic off to courtside reporter Bianca.
Our 4-game Pinoyliga Juniors Cup games. And I have here right beside me is Justin Hugo of the Letran Squires with 15 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Justin, ito yung first win nyo after 2 consecutive losses. Ngayon, ano sa tingin mo yung mas nagpalakas pa sa inyo?
Palakas po sa amin yung ensayo po namin, and consistent po kami sa ensayo, and tawag dito, lagi lang po pinapaalala sa amin ni Coach Willie na be humble po always, and yun lang po, trabaho lang po kami lagi.
Ayun, sabi mo nga, laging pinapaalala sa inyo ni Coach Willie na be humble lang always, pero malaman ko lang ano yung mga preparations mo personally before and after the game.
Yung discipline po sa on and off the court po, and yun, kailangan po namin yun. Bawat isa po sa amin gumigising na umaga para mag-ensayo, yun lang po.
Lastly, we're currently live. May gusto ka bang batiin, i-shout out, or pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung family ko and yung mga teammates ko, coaches, and papasalamat ako sa mga coaches namin na walang sawang ginaguide kami, and yun lang, shout out sa girlfriend ko sa taas.
Thank you so much, Justin, and again, congratulations for this cardiac win. Napaka-intense. But that's all for our best player of the game interview. Now let's go back to Martin.
Thank you for that report, Bianca Tagarda, and congratulations to the best player, Justin Hugo, coming up with big 15 points and 7 rebounds. And saktong-sakto, nakatune in din yung pamilya ni Justin Hugo. But aside from that, let's check out the standings here for both brackets respectively. Over at Group Prime, the UE Red Warriors with the undefeated Sleet. And now, ayun na nga, after that win over the Perpetual Help Junior Altas, who have still yet to find that first win. Let's see how things pan out on the Group Prime bracket. Over on Group Edge, we have the NU Bullpups as well, with an undefeated record, leading the pack. And on that end naman, yung LPU Junior Pirates, no? Still haven't found that elusive win. But it was a great day of basketball, a quadruple header for you all, and a lot of close and exciting games. Ultimately, in this final ball game, the Letran Squires finding the edge over the Eac Brigadiers and getting their first win here in the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Again, thank you to everyone who was tuning in live here in the AMORANTO Sports Complex on the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Martin Diaz. Thank you all and have a wonderful day. Peace.